So if we're going to go with, we think that Drew is going to be the last member in the men's Money in the Bank. That would mean that we're going to see Jey Uso versus Andrade versus LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes versus Chad Gable versus Drew McIntyre. Who do you think is the favorite to win a week before? I don't
know. I unfortunately
No.
think that Jey Uso would be the favorite in most eyes. My favorite, however, I could see Andrade winning it.
Andrade. Yes.
I could see Andrade winning it
Yes.
after that promo on Friday night. That was incredible.
Well, also, who else is getting that kind of treatment? You know what I mean? Like, maybe Jey Uso has gotten his own little segments, but like they do that anyway because it's Jey Uso. You know what I mean? Like Andrade is not on that level in WWE. So to me, I was like, is that a hint? Because why is there this random like vignette for Andrade right now? Like that seemed like a hint, maybe.
They had Mello do that, not a vignette, but they cut a promo. He cut a promo essentially on Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really good. So I could see Mello even being considered.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say considered.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little too young for the Money in the Bank, but Andrade winning it, and it doesn't have to be a successful cash in.
Yeah. Just proving that he can hang or something like that. Like, I could see him being a guy that maybe wants to challenge somebody. Like, he doesn't want to be a sneak attack cash in. I could see him being a guy that's like, I want to cash in on you on SmackDown next week or something like that. I could see them doing that. I don't love it, but I could see them doing that. But that's who I think, just because when we go over the list, we know that Jey Uso is going to go back to being a part of the Bloodline storyline at some point. LA Knight, we know, is inevitably going to face Logan Paul at SummerSlam, which also makes you think he's going to become United States champion. Carmelo, I mean, sure, there's a possibility there. He's not actively involved in anything, but he's still pretty young in his career, so I don't on the main roster, so I don't know that he needs it. We know Drew McIntyre is probably going to get screwed out of winning Money in the Bank because they want him versus CM Punk at SummerSlam, so that's not going to happen. And Chad Gable is kind of a wild card, but he's like, I don't know. I guess if they gave it to him, he would want to cash in on the Intercontinental title. Maybe
and
that's his way.
That's what I think LA Knight too. If he wins, he's going to cash in on Logan for the US.
Yeah.
He said it. He was like, I'll win this briefcase, and then I'll go find your ass, and I'll cash in on you. So they're really trying to introduce that the Money in the Bank is just a title.
Yeah, and
it's a title.
I think that isn't a bad way to go about it. Like, I understand why it kind of looks foolish to win the Money in the Bank briefcase and not go after the big title. But now that we're in an era, I mean, hello, the last almost 4 years, the main title was held by Roman Reigns. There was no point in cashing in on Roman Reigns. The same thing is being said now with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is not going to win or lose the title anytime soon. So what would be the point for any SmackDown talent to cash in on him? They're going to lose. And they're never really going to put Cody in a position where he could be cashed in on. So, like, that's not going to happen.
They're not. They can't do it. They want a John Cena-esque run for this man. And to be honest with you, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, go for it, please. I want to see it. I'm not going to be mad if he's, to the marks out there of, burying younger. No, Cody Rhodes deserves a 200 to 300, 400 even plus day reign. Just let him have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you also look at Raw, and it feels like the World Heavyweight title is intertwined in so many different storylines right now that it would seem kind of odd for them to then want somebody to cash in to get the World Heavyweight title, because it disrupts so many different stories. So I think that it makes sense for them to show, okay, yeah, this means for any title. And the men are lucky in that regard. The women don't have that. The women have 2 titles that they can cash in on. The men have 4 that they can cash in on. So it makes more sense to show that, yeah, they can do that, because otherwise you're kind of devaluing the mid-card titles or acting like they're not good enough to even be cashed in on,